An experimental drug likely saved Ebola patients. That's right, folks. So the big story in the news the last couple of weeks has been this Ebola epidemic that has been the greatest epidemic that we've ever had for Ebola. It's happening in Western Africa, which is unusual. Past epidemics have occurred in Eastern Africa for the most part. But the story is that 2 American citizens have been infected, and they are both back in the United States right now thanks to what some scientists are calling a miracle drug. This drug is experimental. It's called ZMapp, and it's developed by a biotech firm called MAP Biopharmaceutical Incorporated. And these 2 American citizens, they're both healthcare workers, and they're over helping with the epidemic in Africa. And they were both infected and pretty much on death's door. On July 22nd, a person named Brantly is the last name, woke up feeling feverish, immediately isolated himself, but he felt that the worst was on the way and that Ebola had already spread into his body. A field test confirmed this. And they didn't think they were even going to make it over to bring him to the United States for treatment. Now, don't even get me started on what the ethical complications that come from bringing someone infected with Ebola into the United States are, but they took every possible precaution, bringing him over in a separate plane, but he was not even going to make it unless he was dosed with this drug. And the way that this drug was developed, and it's never been used in humans. He signed a specific waiver saying, listen, I'm going to die. Test me with this drug. It's only been used on primates, but the way it works is it's developed by injecting mice with the Ebola virus and then harvesting the antibodies that the mice's bodies produced and then turning that into a serum. And within an hour after being dosed by this miracle drug, Brantly's condition improved so remarkably that he was able to be transported on the long flight over to the United States to be treated. Now, the jury is still out on whether Brantly will end up succumbing to the virus, but it's a pretty interesting story. Obviously, this is not a miracle cure-all. There's still not an antibiotic, anti-vaccine, whatever you want to call it, for the Ebola virus. But interesting stuff. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe.